You really ought to buy some thieves' tools. You keep borrowing Wins.
Should.
Well, what Aelfgifu could do is Win is there, and she could wander over and be like, hey, can I borrow your thieves' tools?
No,
Sure.
no, for a completely fine reason.
I'll do that.
So, Win's writing a letter in very fancy handwriting, so she's clearly using Cacophony's writing.
Are there hearts?
X's and O's.
Are there loving epitaphs? Do you describe the shininess of her scales?
I don't know that Cacophony would use, like I'm trying to, what, I mean, other than darling.
Yeah.
Or love. But she calls everybody those. So would she do that with, someone she's actually interested in?
So what exactly kind of thing does she say? I'm not asking you to write the letter here for me, but I'm very curious the kind of language.
She probably does describe her scales and, talk about how she misses her. And she misses her conversation and her wit. And how she thinks about... and she'll describe one of their conversations in detail.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's going to also say, here, let me tell you all the stuff we've done. And describe in detail everything they've done. And anything they've noted that isn't, secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's about where I am in my head. It will probably be more intense than that at some point.
Yeah, so I come up and subtly. Hey, can I borrow your thieves' tools?
Wynn looks up from her letter and goes, yes, but the drama queen in me wants to know why.
This was what I was afraid of. How about I'll tell you after?
The messy bitch who loves drama.
Understood, but I need every single detail.
I will give you every detail.
And if this is great, and you're leaving me out of it, know that it's going to be the silent treatment in our room for a couple days.
You guys are so lucky that Juliana has a lot of questions to ask the librarian.
And then she offers her the thieves' tools.
I take them.
Okay.
And scuttle off.
Aelfgifu, are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I don't know.
It will say on your sheet.
Proficient with.
Proficient with.
That sounds like a no.
It doesn't mention any tools. I just have a pipe. Why do I have these gloves? Oh, right. I guess I'm not proficient.
You're not proficient with thieves' tools. Okay. So make a dexterity check. Do not add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. It didn't include the +5, so it's actually even better. I got a 27.
Oh
shit.
Wait, no,
I rolled
that's
a
28.
19.
23 plus 5 is 28.
I got a 28.
All right. It's like butter. You just click a few times and wow, the door opens. You had no idea you were this good at picking locks.
Damn.
This has been another edition of Gays Can't Do Math.
Yeah. All right. I slip into the secret library section.
All right. You step in. You can immediately tell that this area is climate controlled. It is cooler and much, much drier than the rest of the building.
Oh, do not handle the books directly with your grubby little hands.
I've learned that. I make sure I look for gloves.
There is a box of gloves by the door.
Where did you learn this?
I've lived with you and hung out with you
and
for
I
a
have
long
probably
time.
Juliana has probably talked about books at some point like this.
You've
yes,
talked a lot about books, and I do pick up some things.
The problem is that Aelfgifu did actually make vaguely interested aha noises, so she did keep going.
Yes, one thing that has come through is don't touch those books. I mean, we also have, journals and things. I feel like the likelihood that at some point Aelfgifu tried to touch one of them and had her hand slapped firmly enough that... Yeah, so she knows. She puts on gloves. She feels so smart for doing it. She's like, oh yeah, look at this. I'm putting on the gloves. I got into the secret library.
It's very much the same thing as Daffy Duck saying, oh no you don't, not this time. Wait till you get home.
Okay, I got the gloves. I look
right.
at the books. What are these books about?
Most of them do not have labels on the spine.
I grab one that looks cool.
Alright, let me just look up the most viciously terrible thing you could have grabbed.
The research, the differences in research techniques here is wonderful. I'm so delighted.
This one's a fancy red color, and it's got gold and shit on it. Looks fancy. That must be good secrets. To be clear, I have no expectation or knowledge of, like, what kind of secrets it could be. It's just, like, forbidden books. They must be better.
Yeah, you pull it off the shelf. It's the kind that has, like, a latch on the side. The cover itself is very, very shiny. It appears to be embedded with gems, and there is a sort of kingly figure engraved on the cover.
Holy shit. Pop that bad boy open.
Alright, you unlatch it and pull it open. Does appear to be, as you flip through, a tome of leadership and influence.
Oh, dang. How do these work again?
You don't know. Aelfgifu doesn't know.
Yeah, alright, Aelfgifu doesn't know. Is it engrossing?
You read it, and when you read it, you feel like, wow, I'm really learning something here. But you feel like you'd have to read it over a prolonged period of time to really, like, glean anything. And by prolonged period of time, days.
Yeah, do you have the attention span for this?
I mean, I could, but I would have to steal this book. Probably. Aelfgifu stands there and contemplates library credits.
I'm imagining, like, she's got, like, a little shoulder angel and a shoulder devil. Juliana is the shoulder angel. Do not steal this book!
It's actually the devil in that sense has already won, and that Aelfgifu feels like it would be fine because she knows she'd bring it back.
It's okay.
The question is just, it's a logistics brain of, can I steal this book? I mean, when I came in, I look back in my head to when I walked in here, and I think about if I saw any
climate-controlled room
ruins or shit that seems like the magic equivalent of those things that go beep, beep, beep if you stole something.
Climate-controlled room.
Roll a perception check.
A 21.
From what you recall, you didn't see any runes in particular, but from what you recall, control into and out of the library was focused through 2 specific gates, and it's entirely possible that those gates are alarmed.
Yeah. Now I could teleport past the gates.
I'm dying, Squirtle.
You know, Aelfgifu, there could be a window. You just chuck the book out the window.
Go get it later.
You just leave the library and take a stroll.
I like that. Okay, so for now, Aelfgifu's gonna stick this book in her bag.
How big is your bag?
I assume it's like a big backpack kind of thing.
Okay, what else do you have in there?
I have 3 potions and a bag of tricks and probably some snacks.
Stuff it under your shirt.
You might have to take the potions out to fit the book in.
Oh my god!
The potions in your bra.
I can't leave the snacks?
I mean, you could leave the snacks in the climate-controlled room.
You could just start eating the snacks really quickly.
You could just leave lots of evidence about who was in here and how.
No, I like that. I'll eat all the snacks really fast to make room in my bag.
Okay.
No crumbs. I just shove it all in my mouth really fast. I will probably still have cheeks full like a chipmunk at the point that I have room in my bag to put in the book and leave this room.
Alright, you leave the room. You gonna close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you close the door behind you. You gonna relock it?
Yeah, I'm gonna relock it.
Okay, roll dexterity.
Okay. And then with the +5, that would be 22.
This one's a little more difficult, but you think you managed to get it relocked properly.
Meh.
Okay.
Who cares?
And now I am going to, if I haven't already seen a window, I'm gonna go look for a window.
This being an old residence, you do find a couple of windows. They do have fairly heavy shades over them to keep the sunlight from damaging the books.
Okay.
You are the knight.
Yeah.
dying.
No, I'm gonna pull off a perfect crime here, actually. I am going to use Misty Step.
Uh-huh.
Which means I just need to see an unoccupied space. I'm gonna turn into mist.
Okay.
And teleport outside.
Okay. You are now outside.
Nice.
Now I look for a good, safe, like a place I could stash this book that people wouldn't see. Somewhere that, like, you know,
what about
like
in
behind
that
a
tree
dumpster?
with those squirrels?
Yeah, like in a tree. Like what's around that I could hide a book in that I'm pretty sure no one would find it for a while.
The grounds have some nice, like, hedges and stuff around them. You could probably shove it in a hedge.
Ooh, or wait a minute. I have another idea. I pull out my bag of tricks again.
Okay.
Give it to the goat!
Let me roll on this. I throw
The
out
goat will eat the
a
book!
ball. It is non-playing.
The regular-sized goat.
The regular-sized goat.
You're gonna trust a regular-sized goat with a book.
Do it.
I mean, this might... I consider non-playing. Let me see. I think I'm allowed 3 of these per
I
game.
hate this so much.
Yeah, there's 3. I'll roll again. I'm like, I'm not sure. And I take out another ball.
It'll be fine. The goat's fine.
And there we go. I get an owl.
It's not fine. This is absolutely not fine.
So now I have an owl and a goat.
Okay,
Oh
you have
my
an owl
God.
and a goat and a book.
So a
And a
bird
book.
put its talons in a book.
So, do you think the owl could carry the book, or is it too heavy?
Is it a regular owl or a giant owl?
It is just an owl.
African or European?
What if the owl was in charge?
It's a great gray owl.
You put the owl in charge of the goat, and the goat's in charge of the book.
I would say the great gray owl would have a difficult time, but might be able to pull it off if they took a lot of breaks.
God!
You just send the owl and the goat and the book back to the docks.
Oh, how long? I ask breadsticks mentally. I like how I'm just coming up with extra plans on top. Breadsticks. How long would it take you to get to where I am? How far am I?
Breadsticks is not good at math, but Breadsticks is very, very willing to come and meet you.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I take out the book.
Uh-huh.
I wrap it in stuff. I don't know. I take off.
I think timing-wise, we've reached the part where Juliana is asking about crimes.
Yeah.
Just to give you a
Well-
clock here.
Well, Aviva's committing them. I take, like, my scarf and, like, you know, whatever kind of shit I have to kind of wrap up the book a little bit. And then I'm going to tell the owl to hold it, but to,
Okay.
like, sit on the goat and work together.
Okay.
I tell them both, I'm like, listen, this is really important. Take care of this. Don't let anyone take it.
Definitely no one's going to think this is weird that there's an owl and a goat wandering around the streets holding a very fancy-looking book.
It's wrapped up, so no one can see. I don't want people to see it. It's a wrapped, a kind of...
This is like when a cat
Fushigi?
gets on a train.
Yeah. And listen, protect this book, get it to the docks, and then Breadsticks is going to meet you. And Breadsticks is smarter. And Breadsticks will help all of you escort the book to the ship in my quarters. Okay? You got it, team?
The goat makes an agreeing bleat.
This is my Ocean's 11. A goat, an owl, and a pseudo-dragon that is on her way. And I tell them, I trust you with my life, and
This is
I teleport
the
back into
A-team.
the library.
This is the dumbest
this
crime
is
you guys have
plan
ever
A.
committed.
This is the greatest plan you've ever come up with.
Okay,
All right,
thank you so much for your help. Cacophony, are you ready to go?
Yeah, but no, I Misty stepped back into the library. Like,
Okay.
Okay, have you seen Aelfgifu?
Yeah, she should be around here somewhere. She says, not mentioning the Jill that she borrowed her thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be ready. Let me scatter my sand and let my ink dry and everything, and then I can fold it and hand this off to be delivered. So she waggles the letter until it dries, gently and elegantly folds it, probably into like an origami flower, because that just seems right. And then she marks it as being 4th Azita and goes up to the librarian. Could I have this delivered to another Seeker library to be delivered to a Seeker?
Yes, that should be doable.
Okay. It's 4th Azita, Dragonborn. Beautiful Dragonborn.
Was recently on Harena. I think she said she was heading back to your core planet.
Hang on, let me check the staff directory. And she pulls out a great big book and thumps it down on the table. Flips through.
Fazita with a TH.
Was that the first name or the surname?
First.
We don't know.
I suppose we don't know, but I'm guessing first.
There we are. Caroline Thazita, Seeker Force Circle.
Is Caroline her first name?
No, Dragonborn names, the surname comes first.
Oh, excellent. Can you spell Caroline for me?
Kerrrhylon.
I love it.
Yeah, of course, Dragonborn has a bunch of extraneous Y's and R's.
I love it.
She takes the letter from you and says, this may take some time bouncing around with all the different book deliveries, but it should get to her at some point.
That's fine, so long as it gets there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Aviva, are we ready to go?
Yes, Aelfgifu went back to the animal section and comes back from there.
You look winded.
Yeah. It's exciting. Did you know that hippos sweat what looks like blood, but it's actually like sunscreen?
Okay. I do want to do like a perception or an insight.
Do an insight check.
The main thing Aelfgifu is right now is very proud of herself. Let's be clear. She's actually not very nervous because she's sure that she's pulled this off perfectly. She's mostly just like super pleased and can't wait to tell Wynn all about it.
22.
Aelfgifu, roll a deception check.
Yeah, that's fair. 6.
Aelfgifu looks too smug.
Aviva's just so smug.
Yeah, Jill, Aelfgifu seems really satisfied with herself about something.
So what did you find in the library?
You guys are still in front of the desk.
Yeah, let's walk out of the library first.
Just say books. Interesting books. It was
animal books. Lots of cool animal facts, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, because at some point you stopped yelling out animal facts.
They were really good. I just got really excited. There was like a long paragraph about lemurs.
Femurs.
Lemurs.
Tell me about the lemurs.
There's more than one of them.
Juliana is going to lean down and look her directly in the eyes.
Yell Zaboomafoo.
Aelfgifu. Aelfgifu.
Uh-huh.
Did you do anything to jeopardize the fact that I just got a library card that will let me rent books from anywhere in wild space? I need to know that you didn't do anything that would dare hurt your dear, very powerful friend Juliana, who can use lightning.
I have to go to the bathroom. Bye.
No, I don't think you do. And you can't just feign narcolepsy here.
I ate a lot of snacks, and I need to lie down.
Why did you eat all your snacks, Aelfgifu?
I need to check on my goats.
I have a -1 to this, but I am going to try an intimidation check.
Okay.
That's a 15.
What do you want to roll off to oppose this, Aelfgifu?
Gosh.
I think it might be a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. I like that. That's a 10.
Jill's really fucking scary right now.
I did a book crime.
No!
Can I tell you on the ship?
You can tell me on the ship, as long as it's not while it's leaving Port Meridian.
I was careful. I used gloves. I did the gloves like you taught me to. I was very careful with the gloves.
You touched rare books.
With the gloves on.
With the gloves on? And then what, Aelfgifu? What do you have to be so smug about?
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
What book crimes did you do?
Where are we right now? How far have we made it from the library?
I think we've probably made it about half a block.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah.
Before Juliana just rounded on her.
Book it. You gotta book it.
Listen, I'll tell you in the boat, okay? I'll tell you in the boat. I'll tell you everything. We gotta go to the boat, though, okay? I gotta check on my goat.
Your goat?
And owl.
Your goat and owl?
And breadsticks.
I mean, the goat was to deliver Artie.
No, there's another goat.
Oh.
There's another goat and an owl.
I got both the goats are in play.
So what's the second one's name? There's Nompers, and then who's the other?
Nompling.
Oh, Nompling. Nice.
What's the owl's name?
I don't think I've named the owl yet. I think this is actually their first appearance.
Gwendolyn.
All right, I'll take it. Nice.
Bloodborne,
Dark Souls.
Fine. We're going back to the ship because I have to take these books to someplace safe right away. We are having a long talk, young lady.
I look at Win for help in some way. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm likely to get it.
You're not.
You look over your shoulder to the devil.
Oh.
Win just kind of shrugs.
But I was scared, devil. She knows where I live.
It's right next door.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys make your way back to the ship.
Yeah.
Is my squad waiting for me on this?
Aelfgifu, high or low?
Oh god. Hi. Please.
It's a 1.
Oh.
Oh god. Now let me say, I'm in mental communication with breadsticks.
Yeah. So, Breadsticks has to go looking for the goat and the owl, and Breadsticks does eventually find the goat and the owl. There is a goat, there is an owl, and there is a scarf.
Fuck!
What did you take?
I took a book. It was really fancy. I needed more time to read it. It was about kings and leadership. It had jewels on it, and we need to find it.
A room
I
with
lost
gloves.
it.
You took it from a climate-controlled room. Do you know how much damage you could be doing? You gave it to a goat who eats books.
Nompling does not eat books. I told Nompling to be careful, and I knew he would be. But we need to go find it.
I'm gonna check the goat's mouth for traces of paper.
Roll animal handling.
Traces of book.
17.
Alright, you managed to get the goat's jaws open without it trying to kill you. No traces of book.
Okay, so the goat probably didn't eat the book.
I'm a ranger. I track things. I'm going to track where they went.
Good.
And I'm going to find the book.
Okay.
And then what? And then what, Aelfgifu?
Listen, we can't admit to our crime. If they know that we did it, then we'll be in trouble.
Well, it sounds like you need to unheist this shit, don't you?
I am going to unheist it after I finish reading it.
And how long is that going to take?
A few days.
We're not here for a few days, Aelfgifu.
Well, then I'll unheist it next time I come back.
Who knows what that's going to be?
They won't let me borrow it. It's from the special secret room that was locked.
Well, that sounds like you
I wanted the good books.
You've said too much. You gotta run.
Now that's actually just Artie because we're back on the boat.
You've said too much, you've got to run.
Arturo's glad you're up and about.
Listen, we can talk about this after we find the book. Who knows what could be happening to it? We need to track it down.
You go find this book right now, and you fix what you did.
I'm leaving. I'm running.
Or I will never heal you again.
I'm running so fast.
Alright, so you're going by yourself?
I am the most powerful Athlete priestess on Easheim, Aelfgifu!
Aelfgifu's running so fast.
You're going alone?
So far.
Yeah, me and Breadsticks. I don't know if anyone else is coming.
Alright, roll a...
I will go after her so we can try and find this book.
Alright, so if Win is helping...
I would like to say that Win just kind of sauntered slowly after the running Aelfgifu.
Yeah, so Win, if you're helping, Aelfgifu, roll a either perception or survival check with advantage.
Cool, yeah, I will do survival. I'm doing my ranger stuff.
Juliana's not good at tracking. Juliana is in no state to do anything calmly. She's going to basically just pace around on the deck, Just yelling.
No, I got a 20.
All right. So you managed to follow the trail of the goat and the owl back along the path that they took. You can see a disturbance where it's very clear that the book kind of fell off.
Fuck.
And then you can see tracks from where the book fell off into the alleyways.
I keep following them under my breath, just muttering, fuck, fuck, fuck.
So Jill isn't following, right?
Jill is not there.
Okay.
No, Jilliana is basically pacing around the deck, like wearing a groove into the deck, just furious.
Okay. So Wynn goes, can I have my thieves' tools back?
Okay, sure.
Thank you. She tucks them away. Thank you for not admitting that I was part of this scheme, even tangentially.
No, I know, this is on me.
I just got a library card.
Snitches are for stitches. Wait.
But listen, I don't want to give the book back. I don't think we'll give the book back. I think that we'll keep it, and then I'll heist it back the next time we find a library. We'll get into more trouble if we give it back. But first we have to find it.
I mean, we could sneak it back in and do a reverse heist.
Well, that was my plan the whole time. I was going to sneak it back in once I finished reading it. And then no one would ever know.
Alternatively.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we go to another locale, and when we get to that library, you can turn it in and act like you found it while out on an adventure. And it's like, oh, someone must have dropped this off somewhere.
It's true. It's going to become truth that I found it in an alley.
Yeah, it's true. That's free clout, that is.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
All right, so as you're following the tracks, you're starting to notice that it's not actually so much one set of tracks as in a bunch of little sets of tracks.
Don't care for this. None. What kind of tracks are they? Do I know with my ranger abilities?
Roll a nature check.
It's only a 7.
Probably something rodent-y.
Okay.
Is Arturo's with you?
Did you come, Marty?
No, I can't leave the ship.
Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
dead.
Right. If they are beasts, I actually have advantage on tracking them.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I've taken up the role of the devil on your shoulder.
Yes. I wish I'd listened to you more.
So, you eventually get into a sort of dark little, almost like the gables of the roofs nearby, the edges of the roofs nearby are so close together that it's basically become a roof over this alley. Down at the far end of the alley, you can see a very shiny book, and then a lot of little shapes swarming all over it.
Ooh.
Rats stole my book!
Those rats!
Oh no, are they smart rats?
Are they cranium
Are
rats?
they nim rats?
Hang on, I gotta pull my alley map out of the archive.
Yeah.
The same alley?
Look, I have one sketchy alley map, okay? And I was not expecting this to be an encounter. I was not planning a heist for today. I thought you'd be leaving.
You just turned this into an encounter. You're the one who looked at the monster manual.
You could have just let me keep my book.
No, there's gotta be stakes.
The stakes are when Jill finds out.
Them's the stakes.
And as you get closer, they are a bunch of rats with little exposed brains.
Fucking hell, I knew it. I know.
Merry Christmas, Alexi.
I know how this goes. Cool. Well, I know what I'm going to do to start at least.
Those look gross.
All right, you two, roll initiative.
I got a 23.
Mac?
I got a 15. It just automatically added to the turn order.
Right, but you have to say these things out loud for the internet
right.
people.
We are playing in the theater of the voice.
Right.
I got a 15.
People are listening to this still.
People are listening. You can't just automatically see what I
Shockingly,
see.
people are listening to this.
I don't fully understand why, but here we are. All right, Aelfgifu, you're up first.
Whatever you do,
Good.
don't destroy the book while also destroying the rats.
Yes, I know. The book is the
So
most
don't
important
set the
thing.
rats on fire.
Do set the rats on fire. Oh my god, set the rats on
Leo.
fire.
Alright. I move to be right in front of them. I'm gonna use something that I've never used this before. But this makes sense because I'm very upset and very angry. I have beast speech, so I can communicate with them, though they might understand common to begin with. But I yell at them, leave and unhand that book right now or I will roast them all and eat them. And my anger is such that I manifest Fey presence.
Ooh.
Which is that I project the beguiling of fearsome presence of the Fae It comes from my patron, so I'm curious. Kit, you can decide what this looks like, since we haven't seen a lot of, like, the Fae or my patron. What it is going to do is that they need to make wisdom saving throws or are going to be frightened by me.
Yeah, we haven't seen any Fae aside from, our Eladrin friend here.
Yeah, I would say that you look very much like yourself, but there is now a persistent aura of stardust around you.
Oh, is my hair doing the, like, angry magical girl thing and kind of, like, going floaty?
The Ghibli thing?
It's actually looking a little bit labyrinthy.
You're channeling a Bowie.
I'm channeling a Bowie. It's DC
got
save 14.
Amazing eyeshadow now.
Let me just check the... Oh, yep, okay. So you feel the spell go off. You feel it successfully, like, create an intimidating presence. The rats do not do anything. They just kind of glare at you, and in your head, you hear a telepathic voice, lots of telepathic voices saying, "No, ours, eat, go away."
Oh.
Oh no, you shouldn't have eaten all your snacks.
Well, that was an action and a move, so I probably can't do anything more. I will just repeat back in terms of, like, it's mine, I stole it, and I will roast you and absolutely destroy you if you do not unhand it right now. Do not cross me. I am a powerful magic star person, and I will destroy your little rat asses.
That was awesome. You sounded so awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all my actions.
Okay, up next to the rats. They're gonna swarm you.
Son of a bitch.
You're immediately swarmed by rats.
I was so cool.
No, my Bowie! Bowie!
Do they drop the book?
Yeah, they can't do both, right? The book's on the ground?
The book's on the
There's
ground.
a lot of hands. There's a lot of little grabby rat hands.
But I feel like they have to kind of all focus on carrying the book because they're all little rats, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
Aelfgifu, does 11 hit your AC? I'm guessing not.
No.
Alright, you feel a lot of little teeth nibbling at your armor, but none of them can seem to get through yet.
I mean, this is fine. They had to abandon the book to do this. And yeah, we did establish the book is quite heavy, so...
Alright, up next is Cacophony.
Cacophony is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, get to where the book was.
Yep.
Use her use object action to pick up the book and stuff it away.
Okay.
And then she's going, I got the book, Alviva, and then she's going to leave.
Okay.
Alviva deserves this.
She just doesn't leave.
That's cunning action dash. And then regular dash.
This is good and correct.
I feel like you can handle a couple rats. And also, the further the book is away, the more destructive you can get with handling the rats.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, up next is Aelfgifu. You're covered in rats.
How does this even work? What do I do? What does it look like to try and Eldritch blast rats off yourself?
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Also, if you make a ranged attack against something that's in melee range, you make it at disadvantage.
Yeah, no, so I guess I'm gonna try and stab the rats that are on me.
Alright, roll your attack.
I will also, as a bonus action, hex them.
Alright, the rats are hexed.
Yeah, because to hell with these rats. I choose an ability. I'm going to choose Dexterity. So they're gonna have disadvantage on Dex checks.
We're gonna say they're on your same space, but I can't physically put them on the same space without it being a
my
problem,
God.
so...
Yeah. Alright, so I hex the rats, and then I start stabbing them.
This is, by the way,
Roll your
the
attack.
size of this is a 5-foot square full of rats, folks.
This is the grossest thing.
So that's a nat 20 on the first roll.
Okay, that is how much damage?
It is 14 damage.
Okay.
And then an extra 6 necrotic damage from the hex. And then I am going to attack again with my other hand. And that is another nat 20.
Oh shit.
Holy shit. Alviva's pissed.
I'm so angry. And that's another 13 normal damage and 5 necrotic.
Okay, you slash away at the rats, and you manage to slay all of them.
Okay, I didn't even have to use my extra attack.
Yeah, they're falling off of you in sheets, and you're just standing there in a pile of dead rats.
This is super gross.
I'm just panting. I'm like, I told you fucking rats.
Congratulations, you solved my rat puzzle.
With 2 nat 20s in a row.
You ready to go?
Yes.
Wynn starts looking the book over to make sure it's in okay shape.
I mean, there's a few nibble marks on the cover, but it appears fine.
Oh, Jill's gonna kill me.
They were there before you even got it.
Yeah, it was always nibbled.
It was always nibbled.
Yeah, it was a bookworm's fault.
It's very old.
And you know what? We can give it to Dewey, and Dewey can take care of it until you can return it.
Yes. All I want to do is read it and then give it back. I just didn't want to be on their library card system. I don't like my name being written down in things.
You could have used my card.
And I bet they wouldn't let me check out books that were in the super secret forbidden room that was locked.
Yes, because they're rare and special and need to... You know what, we can't have this conversation long distance.
Can't let the government know your name.
Exactly. Don't want to be on any government forms.
Gotta be off the grid.
I'm off the grid. I'm a lone wolf.
Do you guys head back to the ship?
Yeah.
Great, because Juliana is standing in front of the gangplank, pacing, and she is sparking. You smell ozone.
We gotta run.
I got rat blood on me.
And Wynn is carrying the book still, carefully.
Yes.
Why is that here?
Because we got it back. And
where does it go?
We're gonna give it to Dewey.
Where does it go right now?
It goes to Dewey, who's gonna take care of it, and I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna give it back.
You didn't check that out.
I'm gonna give it back to
Do you
the
think
book
Dewey's
people.
gonna take a book that you didn't check out, that you stole from a library?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I think Juliana has gone downstairs to get Dewey.
Jill's a narc.
Dewey's on her shoulder right now.
Okay. At this point, Dewey's like, actually, I was the person in charge of a library that consisted largely of things stolen from dead adventurers, so I am totally fine with keeping that in the collection.
Thank you, Dewey.
This is that moment in Over the Garden Wall where it's like, he's a horse, he can decide for himself what he wants to do. I want to steal.
Dewey, no!
Okay, Dewey has spoken. Listen, I promise on everything. I promise on my dad and the stars and on trees that as soon as I finish reading it, I'm gonna give it back. It's a really compelling book. I feel like I'd learn a lot from it.
Do you have a way to store this book and read it with gloves, by the way, which she does not have?
But I have gloves.
You don't have the right kind of gloves.
I kept the gloves that I put on when I was there. I put them in my pocket. I guess I stole them too, if you want to be technical about it. But they had a lot of gloves.
And how are you storing this book?
I was going to ask Dewey how to store it right. I have prestidigitation. I could make like a dry box.
Dewey, do you have the tools to store this book?
I do not.
Well, that sounds like a problem.
I only need a few days to read it.
And then what? Are we going to turn the ship back around?
Or we'll go to another library. There's these libraries all over the place. And I'll give it back to them.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but I need to know that you can store this book in a proper environment between now and whenever you just conveniently unheist this book, Aelfgifu.
Okay, Dewey, what do we need to make a proper environment? We've got magic in hand.
I mean, for the very brief amount of time that it's going to be aboard the ship, I think we could probably get like a lead box and then just kind of have that sealed to make sure it doesn't get anything gungy or, bad on it. And then return it to a secret library wherever we're going.
How far away is beyond Carta? Does anyone know? Has anyone researched this? Has anyone looked into this at all?
I don't know.
Wynn just casually looks past Jill towards whoever's on the plank. Is it Kara or Captain Bondar?
There's nobody on deck right now. They
Okay.
bailed as soon as they detected an argument was going to happen.
In that case, Wynn's going to kind of waggle her hand, her hand not carrying the book, by her head, point downward, and do a message.
Can you do that if you can't see the person?
I don't have to see them. I just have to I have to point in the right direction.
Okay.
So whoever is picking it up.
So whoever's right there and whoever picks up with, how far away is Viancarta?
There's a second, and then you hear Kara's voice. Like 10 days? What the fuck?
About a week and a half, says Win.
Okay, great. Can you store it for 10 days?
It should be fine for 10 days in that environment.
Sounds like you need to go out and get a lead box.
Okay, I'll go get a lead box. I probably can't lift a lead box.
Sounds like you should take Nompers.
Okay, Nompers. Nompers!
Sounds like you should have thought your little cunning plan all the way through, doesn't it?
My plan went really well. Nobody knew I got away with it perfectly. It wasn't.
Nobody, huh?
Alright, I take Nompers, and I go out to buy a lead box.
Okay. For the sake of not prolonging this very stupid quest anymore, you can acquire a lead box for 15 gold pieces.
Alright, I pay the 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
And I bring back a lead box, and I make a big show.
Do you have the gloves?
Yeah, I stole the gloves. They had lots of them. Also, listen, it's good now. Do you want to look at this cool book?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's inspiring. Literally. I feel like I'm gonna learn things about people.
I'm so happy for you. Because you've clearly not learned anything yet. Just get on the fucking ship.
Aelfgifu disappears below deck.
All right. Does anyone else have any other strange things they want to do?
So I'll just add Tome of Leadership to my inventory, huh?
Yeah, I'll make a handout for you.
Okay, Jill did want to actually, at least put her name on the calendar for seeing some of these Ethlin artifacts.
All right, cool. So that would mean heading out to the Broken Palace.
Right.
So, you're heading back out into town?
Yeah, she's gonna do that, and then on her way back, she's just gonna take another swing by Shrine Row and just, stop at the shrine there. If anyone wants to come with on this.
Sorry, I got distracted because I looked up what this book actually was, and it is not exactly what I thought it was. It is, in fact, extremely better, and I'm just sitting here being like, wow, I actually fucking stole one of these things. That's kind of amazing, and also, holy shit.
Great.
I thought it increases your skill modifier.
What does it do?
How about a permanent +2 to your charisma?
Holy fuck!
Nice.
I might want to read that book.
No, it's mine, and it only works once. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
Charisma is my spellcasting score.
That's fine. That's fine. It's honestly
Warlock.
it's perpetually funnier for Juliana having -1 to charisma anyway.
Yeah. I actually Aelfgifu is going to learn how people work and how to influence and charm others, which is kind of amazing, and it will give me a permanent +2 to my charisma, as well as my maximum charisma. So,
nice.
Yeah, no, this is an extremely valuable magical item.
That you stole.
Yeah. Because I thought it would give me a bonus to diplomacy.
You're amazing.
Thank you,
We
Devil.
should do this a lot more often.
Maybe stealing was good, actually.
Stealing's good, actually. You know what?
Sorry, what trip were we going on?
I don't think Juliana's talking to you right now.
Yeah, alright. Aelfgifu's in timeout.
Wynn carefully hands off the book and then goes with Jill.
So Artie's in timeout, Aelfgifu's in timeout. We're rapidly running out of people in this party.
Yeah. Wynn will go.
All right.
That's fine. Wynn's better at talking to people than Juliana anyway.
Wynn just ends up going along with everybody's schemes.
Wynn is scheme neutral.
Yeah, Wynn is scheme neutral and just kind of wants to be involved because it's drama.
All right.
Wynn is a messy bitch who loves drama.
Yeah.
Also, Juliana doesn't know Wynn was involved in this at all.
Nope.
No, Aelfgifu's not a snitch.
Aelfgifu's not a snitch and Wynn's not saying a word.
All right, so you guys head back to that palace over near where the library was. It's a very high fortified wall. It appears that they are fully prepared for the possibility that there will be another violent overthrow of the government, as has happened multiple times in living memory. You get to the front gate. There are a couple of guards on either side.
Hi.
Hello.
I'd like to speak to the seneschal, or make an appointment for that, or speak to a personal assistant. I don't know.
Hang on. So it's probably really late at night by now, you guys.
It's been a very busy day.
There's one guard speaks quietly to another. The other guard goes away for a little bit and comes back and says, the seneschal says you can squeeze her in just before, she can squeeze you in right now just before her dinner break.
Cool, yes.
Okay, so the guard leads you into the palace.
Juliana has explained en route that there's like some Ethlin artifacts here apparently that she wants to look at to win.
Mm-hmm. So the guard leads you through. This is a rather maze-like building, probably as a product of the fact that it's been knocked down and rebuilt several times. There's a lot of like windows that open into just brick walls. There's a lot of doors to nowhere. There's a couple of doors that appear to have been on a second floor before the floor was knocked out, so they're just up in the middle of the wall. And if after a few twists and turns, you do finally get to what appears to be a very opulently decorated throne room. It appears it was quite austere at some point, but then someone, probably the guy sitting on the throne right now, threw a lot of gold and silk and paintings and stuff around. There's some statuary. There's a statue of him directly behind the throne. The guy on the throne is sitting sideways on it, sort of feeding himself grapes and reading a smutty romance novel.
Royals.
Yeah, this appears to be this guy isn't even really dressed like a royal. He's wearing skin tight pink pants and a big sort of fluffy pirate shirt that's open to the navel.
Oh my
God, I love this man.
If Wynn ever loved a man, it would be this man.
His hair appears to be not quite hair, but appears to be like a head full of feathers.
Arturo senses he's missing something he'd love.
Yeah.
And then in front of that and off to the side, you see a small accounting desk behind which a human woman is sitting and filling out an enormous stack of paperwork.
Royals.
The woman behind the desk looks up and goes, "Yes, you were my last minute appointment?"
Yeah, hi. I am, my name's Juliana. I am a representative from the, Stormhaven Temple of Ethla.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you've got some relics and artifacts here from probably about a while back, maybe about 1,000 years.
I want to note while Jill is doing this, Wynn is trying to see what the book is titled. The smutty book.
You can't see the title, but you can see that, like, the person on the cover appears to be a beekeeper.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Why am I not there? God damn it. Get his number for me.
I was hoping I could take a look at these artifacts.
All right, I have a form here for that. You will need identification.
I have a library card.
She thinks about it for a minute and goes, "Do you have a secondary piece of identification?"
I have a second library card.
Well, it is unusual. We usually need at least 2 forms of ID if one of them doesn't have the full legal name on it. Hang on. And she pulls out another piece of paper, fills that out, says, "Did you come here on a ship?"
Yeah, the Kestrel?
Yeah, okay. She hands you a form and says, "Have your captain sign this."
Oh, permission slip.
And then she partially fills out another form and says, "And then fill this out."
Okay. And then what?
And then we will process your request as soon as possible.
So, never. Gotcha. Cool. Okay, look, we're probably not going to be in Port Meridian, in storm space for a while. Can I get, like, a ping when my appointment's ready, or what?
Let me think.
Wynn kind of turns, she goes, "Do you happen to have any of those little buzzers that will start buzzing whenever it's time to return?"
No.
Someone capable of ascending.
We do have people capable of casting sending.
Chalk that to another thing born on E's time.
Buzzers?
Yeah, the the little
The
buzzers
food
that start
buzzers.
glowing and buzzing whenever
The
it's time
table's
for you to
ready.
go and sit down at a table.
Right.
Yeah, I assumed everybody had them.
I mean, it's pretty basic, right?
Yeah.
So is that all?
Yeah, can I get any information on exactly what these artifacts are?
Several pieces of armor, weapons, a few holy symbols, and a horn.
A horn? Are there names associated with these? Any basic information I can work off of? Like, do you have a pamphlet or something?
No, these are part of the private collection.
Private collection. Juliana just sort of looks askance at the dude feeding himself grapes.
He is not paying any attention to you at all.
Sheesh. Okay, can I expedite the process at all with the understanding that I am actually a cleric of this religion?
She just kind of looks at you. I'm afraid not.
Ugh. Okay, great. So I'll get this paperwork back to you, and we'll see about that.
Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you. Have a lovely dinner. And she does a big, over-exaggerated bow to the prince.
He's still not paying any attention to you whatsoever.
Oils. Yeah, I mean, unless Wynn wants to do anything here.
Wynn, as Jill finished up, goes, "Pardon me, but may I inquire as to the title of your novel, sir?"
He looks up and says, "True Love Sting," and then looks back down at the book.
That's a good one.
"Thank you," she says. "No, that's all."
All right, then...
True Love Sting by Sean B.
Oh my god.
Then Jill's gonna be like, I'm gonna go by Shrine Row. If you want to come, or if you want to head back to the ship, I can find my own way. It's
I'll
up
get a
to you.
snack.
Okay, cool.
I'll follow you and get a snack from the shop next door. The street over, that one.
Right. Then, at Shrine Row, Jill's going to make one last effort to actually fucking commune before they leave the sphere.
Alright, roll a wisdom check.
18!
Oh, check, not a save.
Ooh.
Oh. 19!
Hey!
19!
Yeah.
It's not quite the clarity that you get on Easheim, but you do manage to make a solid connection.
Great, so it's probably the best one she's gotten at the shrine.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you've been fighting with Wi-Fi for a while and you finally get enough signal to, properly load a page.
Perfect. Okay, Juliana's essentially, she's not really doing this to say anything in particular, moreover, just sort of get in something before she leaves, sort of like kind of like when you get the one last hug from a relative before you go away.
Yeah. You sense a feeling of concern, but approval.
Ha! That's probably the best she's going to get. Okay, then she's probably going to do that for, I don't know, maybe a good 30 minutes or something, 15, 20. Just sort of sit in that for a bit, and then she'll find Wynn and be like, alright, I'm all set.
Wynn is in the middle of eating, some doughy balls covered in something.
You get some ratsies? I hear they're good.
I don't like rat. Want to try some of these?
What is it? Is it a meat thing, or what?
No, they're similar to funnel cakes, but they're like little donut balls.
Oh,
they're delicious, one.
Are you eating fucking
you got some
Timbits?
raspberry dipping sauce there?
Yeah, there's like a little, it's like cinnamon sugar cream.
Space Timbits.
Are we inventing beignets?
No, you're inventing Timbits.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's fucking delicious.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Alright, you guys head back to the ship.
Yep.
Artie, what have you been up to?
Cleaning himself.
Alright.
Just doing his hair
He's trying to fix
and
'cause
crying.
I don't know what to do. It doesn't look good. It's all choppy. Oh, he just sawed it off.
Now, I need to know, when Artie got his hair chopped off, did it do the thing where, like in Tangled, where it just magically turns into a cute haircut?
No.
No, it did not.
Artie, you managed to hose off okay. The hair is a lost cause for the moment. But as you're putting your clothes back on, you feel a weight in your pocket that wasn't there when you got dressed this morning.
Huh? What's this?
So you reach into your pocket, and you pull out a, what appears to be an amulet of some kind with an emblem that looks kind of like a closed eye, and there's also a note.
Oh no.
You have to have someone read it.
I have to get Mr. Hurst. Mr. Hurst?
Are you done bathing? Can I come back into the room?
Yes, that's fine. I'm not naked anymore. I don't know why you screamed the first time.
I just wasn't expecting it, is all.
Can you read this?
Yeah, hang on. And he picks up the note and he says, it says, "You'll need this, never take it off."
That's weird.
It's signed, Hatcher? Do you know a Hatcher?
No. Wait, maybe it was that dude. Artie puts it on.
Alright. You now have an amulet of proof against detection.
Do I look okay?
It's a bit loud, but I think you can make it work.
I mean, look at me.
Do you think Cacophony can do something about the hair? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry.
I'm hideous.
Gem Jammer is performed by Alexi Peppers, Annie Creighton, Kit Walker, Mackenzie Weaver, and Rio, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our character designs are by Rio, who you can find at vriosart on Twitter, and our cover art is by Canary Witch, who you can find at doodlesfromthebird.tumblr.com. Our opening and closing music is by Reckoning Storm AudioWorks. For more episodes of the show and our other shows, as well as news, check out our website at crookedrussiancamp.horse. Hang on, I don't think I still have the copy of it that is about the bees. I based it on an actual book I had at some point.
True Love Sting!